Good morning. Hello everyone. Today we have a new lesson with a new chapter which is solid figures. Pages 360 and 361. Let's start. The solid figures, we took it before. As you remember on the previous grades, you took that the solid figures are what? Three-dimensional shape. What mean three-dimensional shape? Three dimensions, it means it has width, it has height, it has length. Three dimensions. It means that it's not flat. Not all the parts of it on the same plane or on the same level. What does mean? Do you remember these shapes which is in front of you? These shapes here to the right, this is the plane shape, mean flat shape. If you put on a table, it's a flat. Yes, all of them on the same level. So this is not solid figure. But the shapes on the left, all of these shapes, it has some parts down, some up. So they are in different levels. Not all the parts on the same plane, so we call it three-dimensional. So this is the solid figures. We will explain it today in more details, more than you took it before. We have something called polyhedrons. What means a polyhedron? Polyhedrons, they are solid figures. Okay, so where is the difference? The difference that not all the solid figures we call it polyhedrons. Only the solid figures that has faces are polygons. Do you remember what mean polygons? It means a flat, closed, yes, and with the straight sides. So it means that the solid figures that has just straight sides, we can call it polyhedrons. But if I have in it curved sides, so they are not polyhedrons. So again, what means polyhedrons? The polyhedrons are solid figures, but all of the faces of it are polygons. So this face is polygon. From here it's polygon. All the faces are polygon. It means what? It means no curved sides in it. All of them are straight sides. So solid figure with the straight sides, I can call it polyhedron. Let's go to another part. Then we have prism. What mean prism? The prism is a polyhedron. What means it's a polyhedron? It means it's a solid figure with a straight sides. Okay, but we have additional part to it, that the two parallel and bases, they are identical. They are parallel and identical. Let's look here please to the triangular prism. Here, this one. This is a solid figure. The top of it, the purple part, and the base, they are identical. What mean identical? Means copy, paste. They are exactly the same. And they are parallel to each other. So once you see a solid figure with the top and the base which is identical and parallel, you will call it prism. So this base, what is the shape of it? It's a triangle. And this is prism, so triangular prism. Let's see this one. I have also here a top, can you see it? And a base, identical, means they are exactly the same and they are also parallel. So this is prism. Which type of the prism? Let's see, the base or the top, give me which shape? 5 sides, so we will call it pentagon. Pentagonal prism. Pentagon because the top and the base look like the pentagon, and the prism because I have top and base parallel to each other and identical, means similar. Okay, let's see the third prism we have. This is also prism because what? It's a solid figure or it's a polyhedron, yes, with the top and base which is what? The same. What we call this prism? This prism is a rectangle up and rectangle down, so called rectangular prism. So we have many types of the prism. Any prism you can see it, you can give it its name. How? Watch the top or watch the base. According to the shape of it, you will name your prism. So if the top is triangle, so it's triangular prism. If it's pentagon, so pentagonal prism. Okay, it means if it's a hexagon, the top and the base, we will call it hexagonal prism. Okay, and so on. Now let's go to another part. Here, this shape, it's one of the prisms. Yes, because it's a solid figure. The top of it and the base, watch here, this is the top and the base. They are identical, they are parallel, so it's a what? Prism. Okay, but a special type of the prism because here all the faces are equal. So it's like the rectangular prism, but here they are squares. We will call it cube. Okay, so the cube also, it's like the prisms. But why I did not say prism? It's a special type of the prisms that all the faces of it are equal. We call it cube. Let's explain on the cube what are the parts of any solid figure, not just the cube. For any solid figure, what are the parts? The first part of the solid figure, any solid figure has a vertex. Or let's to be more accurate, any polyhedron will have a vertex. So what means vertex? The vertex is this corner. We explained it before with the polygons. Do you remember? Yes, when I have two sides meet together, they form for me vertex. And here with the solid figures or the polyhedrons, when you have three sides meet together, you will have a corner called vertex. Can you count with me how many vertices for the cube? Let's count them. Here, 1, now 2, 3, then 4, 5, there is one hidden here inside, 6, 7, 8. So the cube has 8 vertices. So in the cube I can have 8 vertices, 8 corners, 4 up and 4 down. The second part for the solid figures is the edge. The edge is what? The edge, it is the same like the side, but the side we're calling it for the flat shapes. On the solid figures we're calling it edge. So the edge is this line. When I have two faces meet together, means this face and this face which is inside, they meet together, they give me a line. This line we call it edge. Okay, how many edges here in this cube? Let's count them. 1, 2. Any line you have it, it's an edge. Okay, let's complete 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here inside we still have 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 edges. So if you have any solid figure in front of you, you understand what mean edge. So if the picture in front of you, you can start to count and tell how many edges do you have in this solid figure. Then, now we explained the vertices, it means these corners. Then we explained the edges, it means the straight lines. When I have two faces meet together, they give a straight line called edge. Then the third part called face. What mean the face? If you put the solid figure in front of you, there is a part which is in front of your face called also a face. There is some parts hidden because the solid figure has a lot of faces. So like for example this cube, here the part which is colored with the purple, this part here it is. This is one of the faces of the cube. Then I can have more here. Yes, down. This is the face, you can turn it. It will be in front of you also. Okay, here, up. This is another face. Here to the right. Also, if I want to show you the rest, here to the left, this is a face. Okay, and so on. How many faces do we have? 1 up, 1 down. Now there are 2. Here to the right 1, to the left 1. Now 4. Yes, then what? Then the front and the back. So how many did I count? 6 faces. Up, down, right and left, then the front and the back. So I have 6 faces in the cube. Now let's see another part of the solid figure, which is pyramids. It's a group with the solid figures. We talked about the first group, which is the prisms, and we said what mean prism? It means a polyhedron that has top and bottom. Both of them are identical, means they are the same and they are parallel. According to the shape of the top or the bottom, I will name my prism. Now the pyramid, it's another family inside the solid figure. The pyramids, it is the same shape of the pyramid that we know, but in the pyramids the base can change from one to another. So if my base in a shape of a triangle, so my pyramid will be triangular prism. Look at this base, it's a triangle. Yes, that's why triangular pyramid. Then if the base here is what? Rectangle, so this pyramid called what? Rectangular pyramid. Here the base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so pentagon. So my pyramid, pentagonal pyramid. So the pyramids, I have in it just base, I don't have a top. Okay, so I have a flat base. According to the shape of the base, I will name my pyramid. Okay, let's count, for example, how many vertices. Let's take one of them and count on it. The triangular pyramid. How many vertices for it? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have for it 4 vertices. Okay, let's count how many edges. The edges are the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 edges. Now let's count how many faces. The faces needs from you more imagination, because it's a solid figure. It means sometimes I have faces at the back. Here I have face down, this one. Clear? So this is one face. Then I have here 1. Now 2. Then I have to the other side 1. Now 3. Then the last one that here from the front, this is the face also. So how many do I have? Yes, I have 3. Okay, and always, by the way, the number of the faces of any pyramid, how can you know it? Let me tell you a secret. Listen. Here your base is 3 sides. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yes, so how many faces? The base, and you will have with it 3 for the 3 sides, so 4. For example, this one. How can I know the number of the faces? The base is a face, and with it what? With it 4 more faces, so 5 faces here. For example, this one. How can I know the number of the faces? The base, and with it more 5, because here 5 sides. So now there are 6 faces, and so on. Now let's see the last part of the solid figure that we will explain today, which is the cone, sphere, and cylinder. Why I put them alone? Because they are not polyhedrons, not related to the polyhedrons. Why not related to the polyhedrons? Because I have in it curved sides, not all of it are straight sides. First, the cone. The cone, how many flat sides do I have in it? Just 1 at the bottom here. This is a face or a flat side. Okay, for the sphere, do I have any flat sides here? And the cylinder, it has two faces, one up and one down, two flat surfaces. Here also this one we call it a flat surface, plane shape which is circle here, so it's a flat surface. Okay, now I want to explain for you another thing, that some of the solid figures we can open it and see it's consists of what, which shape. If you connect them together will give you this solid figure. For example, the cube. If I opened the cube, it will give me this net. Why I call it net? Because it's like a group of plane or flat shapes. So what is the net of the cube will give me this one. And the cylinder also, if I open it, it will give me this flat net. To understand it more, I will show you a video. So here is the cube. Let's see how we will open it and it will give me a net of shapes. We will open the top first, it's a square, yes. We will open the side, then this part will go down, then here the other two faces also I will put them down. So look, what did I find? This is the net of the cube. Let's see the questions in your book. Now, which solid figure best represent the pictures? It means these pictures, they are a shape of a solid figure, and I want to tell which solid figure is this one. So for example, number one, what is this? Yes, this is cube. If all the sides are equal, so we will call it cube. Okay, here this one, it appears like it's a pyramid, but which one of the pyramids? Watch the base. The base is what? Rectangle, so it's rectangular pyramid. Okay, so the pyramid, according to the base, I will tell the name of my pyramid. Number three, it's cone. Yes, like the birthday hat and the cone of the ice cream. Then number four, it's cylinder. Cylinder like what? Like the Pepsi can or any can you have it at home, it will be like the cylinder. The next question, write the solid figure that can be made from the net. What does mean? It means if I fold these shapes, if I bend it on the part which is dotted and close it, it will give me a solid figure. Which solid figure? You have to try to guess. Try to guess. If you close it, it will give you what? Which shape it will give you? Let's see number 11. If I closed this one, what do you think? Will give me what? Yes, it can give me the rectangular prism. How? Here at the top and at the base, and this part, it will be turned to close like this. Yes? Then number 12. From this part I will fold, from this part I will fold this triangle to up, from this part I will fold this triangle to up. So when I close it, it will give me a pyramid. But which type of a pyramid? It will give you, watch the base, triangular pyramid. Girls, please, to understand this part more of the net, I want you at home to get a paper, and this paper, draw it with the net. For example, this one. The paper, you will make it like a triangle. Okay, then draw this one in the middle, this small triangle in it, but in the middle of each side. Then try to close these three parts, this part, this part, this part. Try to close it to up to see how it will give you the pyramid. If you did it, please show it to me privately on a message. Okay, let me complete. Then the problem solving. Write true or false for each statement. Justify your answer. Question number 17. Cylinders have no edges, no vertices. Yes, correct, true. I don't have here edges for the cylinder or vertices. Why? The vertices, I must find two straight sides that they will meet together. And on the cylinders, I don't have straight sides. So how I will have vertices? Also the edge is the same. Two flat surfaces, they will meet to give me the line, the edge, and I don't have this on my cylinder. Question 18. A cone has more than one base. This is the cone. Do I have in it more than one base? No, just one base. I don't have anything in the top, just one at the bottom. So this is false. Thank you, girls. I hope you understood the lesson.